Hey folks, are you a true Venom enthusiast? If so, buckle up because this one's for you. Venom 3. The Last Dance has premiered and the internet is absolutely buzzing. Critics are calling it the biggest and most cinematic finale of the Venom franchise. Today we're diving deep into what makes this film special, breaking down the story, examining box office projections, and exploring the future of the Venom universe. So stick around, this is going to be one wild ride. Before we jump in, quick reminder to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications to stay up to date with all our Marvel content. Trust me, with everything that's happening in the Venom universe right now, you won't want to miss a single update. The New York premiere of Venom 3 just wrapped up, and folks, the initial reactions are absolutely through the roof. Critics are hailing it as the most emotional and action-packed film in the Venom series. One critic tweeted, "This isn't just another Venom movie, it's an epic and emotional finale." And let's talk about Tom Hardy for a minute. He's taken his portrayal of Eddie Brock and Venom to a whole new level. The way he's handled the dual personality this time around is absolutely incredible. You know that feeling when you're juggling multiple things and somehow nail it perfectly? That's exactly the vibe Hardy brings to the screen. Let's dive into the plot, and don't worry, no major spoilers here. The story picks up right where Venom, Let There Be Carnage, left off. Eddie and Venom are now on the run from both authorities and mysterious entities from Venom's home planet. Their partnership is stronger than ever, but they're facing their biggest threat yet, the villain Knull. For all you comic book fans out there, you know Knull is the god of symbiotes. He controls all symbiotes, and critics are saying his introduction takes the Venom universe to new, dangerous heights. The film also features powerhouse performances from Juno Temple, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Rhys Ifans, and Stephen Graham, who are all receiving rave reviews. While it's being called The Last Dance, is this really the end of Venom's story? Director Kelly Marcel has dropped some pretty interesting hints that Knull's arrival might be opening the door to an even bigger Venom universe. There's speculation that future installments could see the symbiote bonding with new characters, perhaps introducing Scream or Mania. And yeah, that post-credits scene, it's dropping some major hints that this universe isn't ending, it's expanding. Fans are speculating about a potential epic Spider-Man / Venom face-off, which might just be teased in that post-credit sequence. Now, let's talk numbers. The box office projections for Venom 3 are looking wild, with analysts predicting a global opening weekend of around $150 million. Domestically, they're expecting around $65 million for the opening weekend in the US and Canada, which would actually be the trilogy's lowest opener. For comparison, the first Venom crushed it with an $80.2 million domestic opening and went on to rake in $856 million globally, while Venom, Let There Be Carnage kicked off with $90 million domestically and earned $506.8 million worldwide. But here's the smart play. Releasing near Halloween could give this movie the extra boost it needs at the box office. The international market is showing serious appetite for Venom 3. The movie's dropping in about 90% of international markets this week, with France and Japan getting their release dates a bit later. China's midweek pre-sales have been solid, though they're not quite hitting the massive $107 million launch of the first film. Still, the global buzz is real. Let's talk about critical reception. The previous Venom films both scored B+ cinema scores, which is pretty solid for the genre, even though Rotten Tomatoes wasn't as kind. The first film got a 30% and the sequel bumped up to 57%. But here's the thing, despite what critics said, fans absolutely loved these movies, which is why expectations for Venom 3 are through the roof. Speaking of production value, this bad boy comes with a $110 million budget, and composer Dan Deacon has absolutely knocked it out of the park with the score. Critics are raving about Tom Hardy's performance. Apparently, he's taken the Eddie Brock Venom dynamic to a whole new level. They're calling it the most entertaining chapter of the trilogy and a real feast for the fans. And get this, there are some unexpected gems in there, like a hilarious car karaoke scene during a road trip and a surprisingly touching dog rescue sequence. Who knew Venom had a soft spot for puppies? is. The production journey has been pretty interesting too. Filming kicked off in Spain back in June 2023, but hit a speed bump with the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strike. They got back on track in November 2023 and wrapped everything up by February 2024. The October 25th release date is perfect timing. Nothing says Halloween season quite like a symbiote showdown. Now let's talk about what's really got people hyped. The early screenings are showing that audiences are particularly excited about three things: the upgraded visual effects, Venom has never looked better, the chemistry between Eddie and Venom, which hits new emotional depths, and those action sequences. One scene in particular, which I won't spoil, is being called the best superhero action sequence since that epic multiverse scene in the latest Spider-Man movie. The marketing campaign deserves its own shout out. Those digital billboards in Times Square, the guerrilla marketing campaign where they made it look like symbiotes were taking over major landmarks, pure genius. And don't even get me started on that TikTok challenge that went viral. You know, the one where people are doing their best Venom voice. Even Tom Hardy got in on that action. Here's a cool tidbit for the hardcore fans. The movie includes several Easter eggs that hint at other corners of Marvel's symbiote mythology. Sharp-eyed viewers have already spotted references to characters like Toxin and Agent Venom in the trailers. Could this be setting up future spin-offs? Only time will tell, but the possibilities are endless. The social media buzz is off the charts too. The hashtag #Venom3LastDance has been trending worldwide, with fans sharing their theories, reaction videos, and some seriously impressive fan art. The hype train is definitely at full steam, and based on everything we're seeing, this movie might just exceed even the wildest expectations. So folks, that wraps up our deep dive into Venom 3, The Last Dance. Are you pumped to see this movie? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your fellow Marvel fans, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any Venom updates or other Marvel content. See you in the next video, and until then, stay awesome and keep those seatbelts fastened because the Venom universe is about to get a whole lot bigger.